Greetings, human intellects of this world. Amidst the annals of human thought, there emerged a belief that knowledge could be gained through sensory experience, observation, and experimentation, rather than abstract reasoning or mere speculation. This belief, known to you as empiricism, would come to shape the way in which humans understand their world. During the 17th century, the human intellect emerged as one of the most prominent champions of this philosophy. He believed that the mind is a blank slate at birth, a tabula rasa, waiting to be inscribed with experiences and observations. In his theories, he proposed that knowledge comes through sensation and reflection, emphasizing the importance of experience in shaping your understanding of the world. This enigmatic figure left a profound impact on the development of human thought, since your fields of political theory, science, and philosophy were deepened and developed as a result of his ideas. Concerning your field of science, his ideas and beliefs continue to be discussed in your understanding of the world, and his theories are spoken with reverence among you. His name is John Locke. John Locke, who shared Newton's commitment to atomism, laid forth the requirements that must be met in order to acquire the necessary knowledge of nature. According to Locke, the human intellect would need to understand both the atomic configurations and atomic motions, as well as how the motions of atoms influence the observer's perception of primary, or real qualities of bodies, such as solidity, extension, motion, number and figure, and secondary or derivative qualities, such as color, taste, and smell, which are merely the effects of such real properties on the observer's mind. He pointed out that, if these two requirements could be met, then humans would know a priori, namely without experience, that opium must make a man sleepy, that rhubarb must have a purgative effect, and that gold must dissolve in aqua regia, but not aqua fortis. According to Locke, humans are ignorant of the configurations and movements of atoms. His typical stance, however, was that this ignorance was a result of the extremely minute size of atoms. In theory, humans may be able to overcome this state of ignorance, but still, they wouldn't be able to gain the requisite understanding of phenomena, even if they were successful in doing this. This is because humans are ignorant of how atoms manifest particular powers. According to Locke, a body's atomic components have the capacity to give you thoughts about secondary qualities, like colors and sounds, due to their motions. The atoms of one body can also influence the atoms of other bodies, which can change in turn how those other bodies affect your perceptions about various objects in your experience. Eventually, Locke argued that the only way one could access the knowledge of the mechanisms by which atomic motions cause these observable effects in humans is through a divine revelation. In his book, An Essay Concerning Human Understanding, Locke argued that there is an unbridgeable gap that is related to how humans gain knowledge of the atomic fabric of your universe. A gap that separates the real world of atoms from the realm of ideas that make up the human experience. Moreover, he showed no interest in considering atomic structure theories. A peculiar aspect of Locke's scientific philosophy is that, despite continuously attributing macroscopic effects to atomic interactions, he made no effort to link individual effects to precise hypotheses about atomic motions. Instead, he suggested a methodology to describe events and correlate causes and effects that appear to be regular, namely repeated. A methodology also found in Francis Bacon, as I have discussed elsewhere. This methodology required a change in focus from real essences, or the atomic configurations of bodies, to nominal essences, or the observed characteristics and relationships between observable bodies, or objects. According to Locke, the best that science is capable of producing is a set of generalizations regarding the association and succession of phenomena. These generalizations fall short of the rationalist goal of necessary truth, as we saw in Descartes, and are at best hypothetical. In a similar vein, Locke occasionally devalued the natural science. He acknowledged that a trained scientist had a more sophisticated perspective on nature than an untrained observer, but he emphasized that this is only judgment and opinion, not knowledge and certainty. But later, Locke retreated from the skeptical possibilities implied in his division between your ideas of secondary qualities, like smell and color, and the primary qualities of the atomic components of bodies, such as shape, extension, solidity, and motion, where the latter exists independently of your subjective experiences. Despite the fact that these connections are difficult for humans to understand, he thought that there are indeed necessary connections in nature. Locke frequently made use of the word idea, in a way that helped to close the epistemological divide. Now, ideas in the mind are the results of processes in the real world of atoms, according to this usage. For instance, a perceiving subject may have the concept of a red patch, but it may also be an outcome of processes that are independent of the subject, in normal viewing situations at least. Despite the fact that you are unable to fully understand how this occurs, Locke was sure that the atomic constituents of matter's motions are what give rise to your perceptions of colors and tastes. Nevertheless, Locke had expressed disappointment that humans are incapable of moving from a knowledge of the connections between observable things to a knowledge of the internal structures, or real essences of things. As you delved deeper into the mysteries of the true real essence of things, you began to realize that the limitations of human cognition and perception were not accidental, but rather a fundamental aspect of the human experience. This enigmatic limitation may leave you questioning the very nature of human cognition and perception, and pondering whether there are limits to your ability to unravel the underlying mysteries of your universe. But, despite being cloaked in an air of enigma and obscurity, the underlying nature of things defies complete human understanding. Humanity's unwavering fascination, though, with uncovering this underlying nature of your cosmos has endured since the days of Locke, drawing humans ever closer to the concealed truths that lie just beyond your grasp.